Dear kids, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. How are you now? Are you good? Wonderful. So let's get started with another SST lesson with Roots and Wings Academy. Now, there are some basic things required to grow a plant. Do you know what those things are? Yes, they are sun, soil, water, and air. These are necessary requirements, minimum requirements to grow plants. You already know that because you do farming at your school. Now, what do you need? Which is the best way to water plants? Water sprinkler, mug and bucket, or pipe? You have some basic idea about irrigation. So I want you to think about it and then try to answer this question. So this takes us to the next topic, India's Soil and Forest Wealth, chapter number 6 in your SST books. Earthworms live in soil and eat decaying leaves, roots, and animal remains. Many other kinds of animals live in soil too. Yes, so these earthworms are called farmer's friend. Why do you think they are called as farmer's friend? The answer is in the first line itself, because the earthworms live in soil and eat decaying leaves, roots, and animal remains. Worms, spiders, centipedes, beetles, and ants make their homes in soil. Some animals like rabbit, snakes, and groundhogs make burrows in soil. This is why these animals are known as burrowing animals. Burrowing means they dig a hole and then they live inside the soil. But it makes me thinking what soil is. We're talking about soil for a long time, but what is it? Yes, you know, soil is the top layer of your surface, of your earth. The surface which is required to grow plants. Soil is the top layer of the earth's surface in which plants and trees grow. You see, the plants require soil to grow. It is formed when large rocks are broken into smaller pieces. These pieces are further broken down into sand and silt. It is a very slow process, and this process is called as weathering. Weathering means breaking down of large rocks into smaller pieces like sand and silt. Then running water and wind carry these pieces of rocks to different places. As you know, you have already seen near our school when we go up on the hill. We see that the soil is brought down, the parts, sand and silt parts are brought down from the hill to the lower surface by running water, of course. So soil formation is a very slow process and it takes thousands and thousands of years for a layer of soil to form. That's why, kids, it's very important for you to take care of your soil, because farming is an important activity, national activity. Agriculture is a major occupation in India. The most important quality of a soil is its fertility. The fertility of soil varies from place to place. Fertility means its ability of soil to grow crops. If fertility of Aurangabad is okay, then fertility in green plains, you remember northern plains, so fertility of Bihar, fertility of Uttar Pradesh is different. It's quite better. They are more fertile soils over there. Farmers add manure and fertilizers to the soil to make it more fertile. To make it more able to grow crops, farmers add manure and fertilizers. Now, this is checkpoint. I want you to think over it. Go back, read the text from your course book and answer these questions like what is soil and how it is formed? How long does it take to form a layer of soil? What is the use of fertile soil and what kind of animals live in soil? All right. Now, let's go to the next topic. Types of soil. Alluvial soil. Alluvial is the most fertile soil in the world. Most fertile means you can grow a variety, almost all types of crops in alluvial soil. It is a farmer friendly soil. And if you remember the previous lesson, Northern Plains, so we find too much alluvial soil over there. But how does it look like? Alluvial soil is light brown. It is sometimes yellowish or gray in color. Extremely fertile. It's found in the Northern Plains and in the coastal regions, eastern and western coastal plains. Then, which states do we find it in? We find it in different states of Uttar Pradesh, Bihar. Then let's talk about black soil. Black soil is black in color. Majorly in Aurangabad you will find black soil, like near our school where farming is done. So that soil is majorly black soil. It can hold water for a very long time and it is also fertile. Where do you find those? You find black soil in Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Not whole of Maharashtra is of black soil, but in major parts you will find black soil. Then you have red soil. As the name suggests, it is red in color, less fertile. Farmers use fertilizers to make it more productive. They add some chemicals to it. And where do you find those? You find that in northeast India, Jharkhand, Odisha, Madhya Pradesh, Telangana, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu. Irrigation, you need irrigation for this type of soil and fertilizers are also added to it. Then we have laterite soil. Laterite soil is just like your bricks. Why? Because laterite soil is majorly used in Aurangabad or in the nearby areas to make bricks. It is reddish to yellowish in color. And farmers use fertilizers to make it more productive. Where do you find those? Of course, you find it in Maharashtra, Karnataka, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, West Bengal and Assam. Different parts of India, you see. Then we have mountain soil. Mountain soil, as the name suggests, it is found majorly in the mountainous regions. It is rich in humus, very fertile, and also known as forest soil. How is it like it is very fertile? You see, in mountains we find big forests. Those big trees keep me thinking that the soil must be very fertile over there. And how the mountains are able to have fertility? Because there is no soil erosion. We are able to protect the soil with the help of trees. But what is soil erosion? We'll see it in the next few minutes. Where do you find mountainous soil? Yes, you find it in Jammu Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, Arunachal Pradesh. All these regions, if you remember your previous lesson, northern mountains. So you have continuous belt of mountains over here. So this is a very important region for forests because of mountainous soil. Then you have sandy soil. Sandy soil, normally just like sand, light gray in color, cannot hold much water and not as fertile as other types of soil. Even by adding fertilizers, you cannot make it much fertile. That's why major agricultural activities do not happen in the places of Rajasthan, Haryana, Gujarat. Not the whole of Punjab is covered with sandy soil, but just a small part of Punjab has sandy soil. But a vast region of Rajasthan is covered with sandy soil. You see, this is the classification of soils. Like here we have mountainous soil, then you have alluvial soil in the northern plain and in the coastal regions. You have black soil here in Maharashtra and in MP different parts. Then you have red soil in major parts of eastern India and in the southern parts as well. You have sandy soil here. So let's watch a small video once again to understand the types of soil better.
Types of soils in India. Alluvial soil. Alluvial soil is formed by the deposition of sediments by the rivers. It is the best type of soil found in India as it is extremely fertile. It is found in the Indo-Gangetic plains, eastern coastal plains, and the river valleys of South India. Rice, wheat, sugarcane, jute, oilseeds, and pulses are grown in this soil. Black soil. Black soil is composed of volcanic rocks and lava flow. It is found in parts of Maharashtra, Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Black soil is used for growing sugarcane, wheat, groundnut, and cotton. It is also called black cotton soil or regur soil. Red soil. Red soil is formed from the weathering of ancient metamorphic rocks. It is found in the state of Tamil Nadu and some parts of Karnataka, Madhya Pradesh, Jharkhand, Odisha, Telangana, and northeast India. Red soil is not very fertile, but with the help of irrigation and fertilizers, crops such as millets and groundnuts can be grown in it. Laterite soil. Laterite soil is formed under high temperature and heavy rainfall. It is commonly found in South Maharashtra, Western Ghats, in Kerala and Karnataka, in some parts of Assam, Tamil Nadu, and West Bengal. Laterite soil is not so fertile. However, some plants like tea, coffee, coconut, and areca nut are grown in this soil. Desert soil. Desert soil is found in Rajasthan and some areas of Gujarat, Haryana, and Punjab. The lack of wash by rainfall makes the soil salty. It is the least fertile soil among all the soils. Though with the use of modern irrigation, crops such as date palms, chilies, wheat, bajra, and groundnut can be grown here. Mountain soil. Mountain soil is formed with the collection of organic matter coming from the forest vegetation. Therefore, it is rich in humus. It is mainly found in Jammu and Kashmir, Uttarakhand, Sikkim, and Arunachal Pradesh. It is suitable for growing potatoes, tropical fruits, tea, coffee, and wheat.
Thanks. Come on, I know you can do this checkpoint, so please complete it. As I told you, laterite soil is used for making bricks for construction work. Now, when you have crop, you need soil for crops. And what type of soil is needed for which type of crops? Let's have a look at alluvial soil, the most fertile soil, and you will find the most type of crops growing in alluvial soil. Rice, wheat, maize and pulses, sugarcane, oilseeds, jute, vegetables, cotton, like potatoes, chilies. You will find a variety of crops growing in alluvial soil. Then we have black soil. Black soil is a good type of soil. As we saw earlier, it is fertile and it is used for growing cotton, wheat, millets, groundnut, sugarcane, and oilseeds. Variety of oilseeds are grown in Maharashtra as well. Then we have red soil is used for growing cotton, wheat, rice, millets, and pulses. But you should remember, along with soil, you need good water as well. Now we have laterite soil. Let's see what crops can grow in laterite soil. Tea, coffee, areca nuts, rubber, cotton, and different types of fruits can grow in laterite soil. Then we have mountain soil. Mountain soil can have wheat, maize, barley, fruits, tea, coffee, and spices. Then sandy soil is not used for a variety of crops and not many crops can grow there. But with the help of fertilizers, farmers can grow barley, sesame, millets, and date palm. So you need spatial care in sandy soil. And remember, barley is a bit different from wheat. Find out what's the difference. This is a small activity. You can do it at your home as well by planting small saplings in two different pots with sandy and red soil. Notice what happens, which type of soil is more fertile. You can do this activity. We can easily find sandy soil and red soil near our houses. Then here, this is soil erosion. Soil erosion means it's a process in which the top soil, the top layer of soil where plants can grow, is washed off by water or blown away by strong winds. Both human and natural activities cause soil erosion, like it is caused by cutting down plants and trees, overgrazing by animals, and strong winds or heavy rainfall. How can plants and trees maintain soil? How can they help? How can they prevent? Let's see. Preventing soil from getting eroded is called soil erosion. Now, to conserve soil, to protect soil, we should and we must not cut down trees and plants as their roots hold the soil in place. Plant more trees. We need more trees. Plantation is important. 1. Not cutting down the trees. 2. Planting more trees. 3. Not letting animals overgraze the land. Like grazing is okay. Animals also need plants for eating, but not overeating, and at the same time you can make barriers like after grazing for some time, take them away to different places, and then not using too much fertilizer. This is extremely important, and farmers today, these days, they are adopting to organic farming. Think over it, Google it, and find out what organic farming is. Now, forest. Forest wealth is extremely important. Plants, trees, a wide variety of forests cover the earth. On the basis of climate and vegetation types, forests in India can be divided into evergreen forest, and we'll see the list later, but the first type is evergreen forest. It remains green all around the year. Evergreen, completely green all the time of the year. Different types of trees shed leaves in different seasons. That's why if one tree sheds the leaves, the other trees are still there. So you don't feel that the trees are shedding their leaves. Rosewood, ebony, mahogany, these are some examples of evergreen forest, and we find them majorly in the Western Ghats, like Kerala, Karnataka, and Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We find these evergreen forests in abundance over there. Then we have deciduous forest. Yeah, these shed their leaves at least once in a year. For 6 to 8 weeks they shed their leaves. But again, the same thing happens just like evergreen forest. All the trees do not shed their leaves together. That's why we see them to be green. The forest looks green. If one tree is shedding, the other trees are there to cover it up. Where do you find those? You find these majorly in West Bengal, Odisha, and Chhattisgarh, along with outer Himalayas, and these states are parts of southern plateaus. You have teak, oak, bamboo, sal, shisham, sandalwood, kair, and mulberry trees in abundance in deciduous forest. You see, this is the map to understand it better. You have the major regions covered up with deciduous forest here in the southern plateaus, and then outer Himalayas over here. Let's see coniferous forests like cones. The name itself suggests that these are cone bearing tall trees with pointed leaves. The leaves are pointed. Pine, fir, oak, maple, deodar, and cedar are examples of coniferous forests. Where do you find those? Yes, you find those on the mountains, in the Himalayas, in the middle Himalayas, and in the Nilgiri hills. You find coniferous forests. Then you have mangrove forest. In our previous lesson, during our Google Earth lessons, we have seen that Ganga Brahmaputra Delta forms these spatial types of Sundari trees and mangrove forests. They have spatial roots that grow above the ground. You see here. And this is the delta region what we are talking about. These are mangrove forests. You see this one. This is Ganga Brahmaputra Delta, and it is the largest delta in the world. You know that, I know. The last one I think is Thorny Forest. Thorns. The name suggests long roots, thick bark, sharp thorns, and small leaves. They can live without water for a very long period of time. They are found in Rajasthan, Gujarat, and Haryana, like in major parts of sandy soil regions. Kikar, babool, thorny shrubs are some examples of the trees grown over here. This map will help you understand different types of forests and where they are grown. I want you to have a detailed look at it in your course books. And let's watch our video to understand it better.
Types of forests. Evergreen forests. In India, the evergreen forests are mainly found on the western slopes of the Western Ghats in Kerala and Karnataka. Evergreen forests are dense, multi-layered, and the leaves remain lush green throughout the year. The trees found here are mostly softwood conifers or tall hardwoods with broad leaves to release large quantities of water through transpiration. Rubber, rosewood, mahogany, and bamboo are some of the evergreen trees. Deciduous forests are found on the eastern slopes of the Western Ghats and in states such as Jharkhand, West Odisha, and Chhattisgarh. Deciduous trees lose their leaves for about 6 to 8 weeks each year. Every type of tree has a different time to shed its leaves during the year. Therefore, the forest does not appear leafless at any point in time throughout the year. As the seasons change, the color of the leaves changes too. Teak, oak, bamboo, sal, shisham, sandalwood, kher, mulberry are some of the deciduous forest trees. Coniferous forests. Coniferous forests are mainly located at high altitudes of the Himalayan mountains in India. They usually spread along the slopes of mountains. These forests are covered with tall, cone-shaped trees with needle-like leaves. The trees here can withstand the chilly climate and heavy rains. Trees like pine, fir, oak, maple, deodar, and cedar grow on high slopes.
Right, now what do you think this is? Yes, beautiful, big, colorful animals. This is our wildlife. Wildlife in India. So, how is the wildlife in India? Let's find out. India is home to a variety of animals and birds. One-horned rhinos, Nilgiri tahr, Royal Bengal tiger, Asiatic lion, black bucks, snow leopard, lion-tailed macaque, chinkara, Asian elephant, Indian flying fox live in their natural habitats because we have so many types of forests in India. Along with forests, we have some national parks as well, wildlife reserves as well. We'll have a look at them later. But now, let's see how wildlife conservation is done in India to protect wildlife from urbanization, habitat loss, poaching, and overgrazing. Many national parks and wildlife reserves have been established. So, wildlife sanctuary? Yes, human activities are allowed over there. In wildlife sanctuary, people can go, but not in national parks. People cannot go in national parks. Till 2015, the government of India had established 103 national parks and 531 wildlife reserves. So wildlife reserves are big in number and national parks are very less. But these national parks are very big. They include flora, fauna, historical and geographical importance places. They are well covered in in forests. Have a look at the difference here in detail and write it down in your notebook. It is not there in your course book. Yes, here are the national parks and wildlife reserves. Let's have a quick look at them. First one for us, we have Corbett, Jim Corbett National Park. It is here in Uttarakhand. Then we have Kanha Tiger Reserve. As you see, it is special for tigers. in Madhya Pradesh. Then we have Ranthambore National Park in Rajasthan. Then we have Gir National Park in Gujarat. Then we have Periyar National Park in Kerala. Then Bandipur National Park in Karnataka and Manas National Park in Assam. These are only 7 listed over here, but these are very important national parks and wildlife reserves in India. So please write this down as well and learn them. Tigers roam freely at the Jim Corbett National Park, and here you can see Kanha Tiger Reserve is famous for tigers and elephants as well. Gir National Park is famous for its Asiatic lions. You see beautiful lions are there. Who is this man? Jadav Payang. Jadav Payang is known as the Forest Man of India. You see, he's receiving an award for his work from the then President of India. Who's this man? Yes, APJ Abdul Kalam. He began planting trees, not APJ, I'm sorry. Jadav Payang, the Forest Man of India, started planting trees on the Brahmaputra riverside in Assam from a very young age. Soon the area turned into a large forest of 1,360 acres of land. The forest is named after his name, Mulai Forest, after him. Today the forest is home to Royal Bengal tigers, rhinoceros, rabbits, apes, deer, birds, and many more animals. This brings us to the closure of the lesson. Let's revise it. In this lesson, we saw different types of soil: alluvial, red, laterite, sandy, black, and mountain soil. Also, forest life in India, wildlife in India is very important. We have evergreen, deciduous, coniferous, thorny, and mangrove forests. Also, we have a variety of animals living in our forests: one-horned rhinoceros, Royal Bengal tiger, chinkara, Asiatic lion, Asiatic elephant, snow leopard, black buck. So much variety. There are so many animals present in our forests, in our wildlife sanctuaries. Thank you much. Let's go further and see what's there next for us in this lesson. Why do you think there's need for wildlife sanctuaries and national parks? Do you think animals are not safe in their natural habitats? What is the role of zoos? Like we have Siddharth Garden and Zoo here in Aurangabad. So what is its role? What happens in the zoo over here? What happens in the wildlife sanctuaries and national parks? Think, discuss with your parents, your brothers, your sisters, your uncles, your aunts, and let me know with the answer. Then we have fertilizers improve the fertility of soil. However, using too much of fertilizers causes harm to the health of soil. Why is it so? Think or Google it, find it out. For an example, I can tell you, like if you eat too much medicine again and again, what will happen to your body? It's the same thing with fertilizers. Find it. And here you have art fun to be done. When is World Earth Day celebrated, and you have to make a poster for it. This is a visit. Sorry, due to the school lockdown, we are not able to go outside on visits and picnics, but this is an important activity. If you find some time, visit a plant nursery in your neighborhood and find out the types of soil gardeners use to grow their plants. I can give you hints, like in Aurangabad, majorly we use black soil and red soil. We don't have many variety present over here. Then Project Tiger and Project Elephant. Find out more details about it. You may take help from your parents, elders. You can ask me as well sometime. I will discuss it in the live lectures. Recycling means converting paper waste products into new products. Not just paper waste, it's about converting any type of waste into new products. Paper can be recycled too. Make a list of the waste products that can be recycled at home. At home, remember, not in the factories. So that's it, guys. This was so nice teaching you once again. It's an important topic related to India's soil and forest health. Happy learning. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum.